Dirty dealings, corporate battles, consumer wars. This is Evening 5. Datuk Muhammad Dusuki Mokhtar has been appointed as the new Attorney General effective from tomorrow. He succeeds Tan Sri Ahmad Terrirudin Mohamad Saleh, who will be appointed as a federal court judge after 1 year and 2 months as the AG. Dusuki holds a law degree from the IIU and a master's from the Wollongong University, Australia. He is presently the head of the Appellate and Trial Division of the AG's chambers, where he has amassed 31 years of experience. Separately, a source familiar with the matter said Federal Court Judge Datuk Sri Hasnah Muhammad Hashim will be appointed as the new Chief Judge of Malaya, the third highest position in the judicial hierarchy. The source said that Hasnah will receive her instrument of appointment from the King at Istana Negara tomorrow and then sworn in at the Palace of Justice. It is worth noting that the 65-year-old may only be able to hold the position for 1 year, as judges face compulsory retirement at the age of 66 and their tenure can be extended only for another 6 months. Rumours were rife that the appointing authorities were mulling the idea of appointing an outsider as a federal court judge, with the possibility of later assuming the role of the CJM. One such candidate is Ahmad Terrirudin. The Court of Appeal granted a stay of proceedings relating to the Sabah government's planned compulsory acquisition of land belonging to Sabah Forest Industries or SFI, following an appeal by the company's receiver and manager. A 3-member bench led by Datuk Supang Lian granted the stay, pending the determination of the judicial review application. Between December 2021 and August 2022, the Sabah government began proceedings to acquire 15 plots of country lease titled land belonging to SFI purportedly for public purpose. SFI is arguing the land acquisitions and state's conduct post-acquisitions are contrary to public purpose. It contends that massive commercial operations of tree logging and harvesting of the land were carried out by the state and or its servants or agents. Citing an official statement made by Sabah CM Datuk Sri Haji Jinor, SFI also highlighted that its timber concessions were allegedly given to a private company, Pelangi Prestasi, which is owned by Tan Sri Said Mokhtar Al-Bukhari. The stay order means the Sabah government must immediately halt all logging operations, cease occupation of the land, and stop enforcing any eviction notices which were sent to SFI earlier. Construction services firm TCS Group Holdings said it is working with the developer of J Satine and consultants to investigate cracks that have appeared at the mixed development project in Kuala Lumpur. TCS Managing Director Datuk T. Chai Singh said in a statement that the group is cooperating fully with the relevant authorities in their investigation into the cause of the incident and that initial findings suggest that the building cracks are not caused by us. He also gave his assurance that TCS had adhered strictly to all health and safety standards and protocols throughout the construction process. This follows news reports that Kuala Lumpur City Hall had ordered a halt in all construction activities at the condominium project in Wangsa Maju. Citing a statement from City Hall, Bernama reported that a probe into complaints from nearby residents regarding an explosion at the site last Thursday had found cracks in the shear walls, columns and floors of units on the 8th floor and above. In response to the incident, Ganding and Jackal, the developer for J Satine, released a statement acknowledging public concern and said it was working with expert advisors and a special task force to ensure accurate information about the project's status is shared with the public. Shares of Azam Jaya surged 40% on their trading debut after the construction firm's initial public offering raised over 100 million ringgit on the back of strong investor demand. Sabah-based Azam Jaya opened at 1 ringgit versus its IPO price of 78 cents per share. The stock climbed to as high as 1 ringgit 16 cents before easing to 1 ringgit 9 cents for a market value of 545 million ringgit. Executive Director Datuk Jessica Lovunche said The builder is eyeing growth beyond its home base, naming Sarawak and Kalimantan as potential markets. However, Sabah is seen remaining its core market as there is a lot more to do in the state. She also said venturing into Peninsular Malaysia is not on the table due to a saturated market, which is currently dominated by big players. Alternate Director Datuk Johannes Loh Chojek meanwhile said the company will consider the Sarawak market if the margins are attractive. The group will also tender for additional phases of the construction of the Pan-Borneo Highway project. Mega Fortris also made its trading debut on the main market today after the security seal maker's initial public offering raised nearly 200 million ringgit. The OCBC-backed company's shares opened unchanged from its IPO price of 67 cents per share. The stock climbed to as high as 68.5 cents before tumbling to 65.5 cents, valuing it at 553.5 million ringgit. During a press conference after the event, its CEO Dato' Ng Meng Po said Mega Fortris sees minimal impact from the potential implementation of a blanket tariff of up to 10% on its products in the US, which is currently the group's second largest market under President-elect Donald Trump. He explained that the company has been exporting its products to the US market for many years and is accustomed to navigating multi-jurisdictional taxes, including similar tariffs in Europe and other markets. To further reduce exposure to tariff risks, Mega Fortris is also exploring plans to decentralize its pricing strategy and potentially establish a production facility in the US.